Hey, I'm making this video because I feel like I need to make a video to constantly remind myself to be confident and to believe in myself, because I easily have down moments and I've been going through this up and down roller coaster where I'm like, girl, you need to be confident, slay, believe in yourself, and then next thing I know I'm in a poop or I'm down and I forget my self-worth. So I figured that I'd make a video so I can watch this video of me motivating myself and kind of like bring myself back up when I'm in these poops. And first things first, como you say in Spanish, pichea, like forget things. You need to, Shania, you need to pichea. You need to forget things. Life is short. Just let it go with the wind. Don't create a dependency. You created a dependency on him. You depended on him to say good morning. You depended on him to say good night. You depended on him to always motivate you, to say he loved you, to always be there for you. I created a dependency, and that was probably the worst thing I could have done to myself, to depend so much on a person for my self-worth. And I need to learn to stop depending on people to motivate myself, or depending on people to make me feel loved, that I should just depend on myself and believe in myself. I've had a realization recently because a friend had told me that I am worth living and that this life is worth living, because the chances of me being alive right now are so microscopically small that that's what makes it worth living this life. For example, the chances for this earth to exist at this moment with these people is so improbable, and the chances of my sperm being the one to fertilize that ovary at that specific time, it's 1 in a billion, gazillion, thousand, that the chances of me actually existing right now walking this earth are so tiny that is enough for me to feel valuable to actually live this life, because the chances of being alive are so small that I deserve to be living. And sometimes I feel like I don't want to live anymore, or sometimes I feel like my life is just like all downhill. If I was given this life, it has to be for a reason. And that's what makes me worth it. That's what makes me worth living. That's what makes you worth keep motivating yourself to keep moving on. Don't forget my value. I always forget this, and I always look at other people and see how high they stand, and then I look at myself and I see how low I stand, and I can't keep doing that. I need to look at myself and where I stand and know my value. This is where I stand. This is where I am. Some people, wherever they stand, that's where they stand, but this is where I stand. And where I stand to me is valuable because I worked really hard to get to where I am today. Do things for you. I keep forgetting this because I do things because someone convinces me to do them, or it seems appealing to do something, or everyone's doing something. I need to learn that that's not the way it is. I need to do things because I simply want to do them. Maybe I'm not good at playing chess, but I want to, and it's something I want to do, and maybe I'm not good at it, and a lot of people are going to be like, oh, don't play it. I'm going to keep playing it, porque it's what I want, it's what I love to do, and I need to do things for me instead of for other people. People don't love you, love yourself. I wrote that down because, remember, people are always going to be there, people are always going to care for you, but you can't count on someone always loving you, because there's going to be a time that they're not going to be there, and you're going to enter in a depression. Like I said with my ex-boyfriend, I miss him loving me. I miss him always telling me that he loved me, and I don't have that anymore, and there's no one that's going to give me that anymore. I need to give it to myself. I need to love myself, and that's just something that's super important that I feel like a ton of people need to learn. A ton of people need to learn that no one loves you, and yes, your family loves you, and people love you, but keep in your mind that no one loves you so you can learn to love yourself. that all you have is yourself. And if you believe in God, God loves you. God loves you, and you love yourself. Yeah, people are going to love you, but don't depend on people loving you. Remember who you are. Listen, people come in your life, and you adapt to those people. Like, it's normal. Like, my boyfriend came in my life, and I got used to him, and the things I used to do before him, I started not doing so much. Or, like, say I listened to rock bands a lot when before him. When I was in a relationship with him, he really didn't like rock, so I really didn't listen to rock music anymore. But now I've realized, okay, I need to remember who I am. I need to remember my roots. These are the things I like, and I need to keep doing those things I like, and I don't care what anyone has to say about it. Remember your real friends. You see, that's something that I just need to learn, because I trust everyone. And, like, the first person that comes, I'm going to be like, you're my friend, I trust you, because I'm super trusting. And I need to stop. I need to remember my real friends, and I need to recover my roots, the people that were there for me since the beginning of time. And maybe they're not that many, and maybe they're none at all. Maybe you're your only friend, and that's better, because at the end of the day, all you have is you. If it was easy, then what would be the point? Life is not easy, and I learned that the hard way. It is almost impossible to have everything given to you easy. Right now I'm in college, I'm living here. It's difficult. It's difficult to get food, gas, energy, money, good grades. It's not easy. It's just not easy. And people aren't going to always be there to help you and lend you the hand. You can't depend on people to extend their hand all the time to you and giving it all to you. It's not going to be that easy. You need to work for it. And it's really hard. It's been so hard for me. But I'm learning to just deal with it. And like I said, be chill. Like, forget about it. Him leaving you was the best thing that happened to you. This is something that's super important that, like, I came to a realization yesterday. Like, it was so recent. When people leave you, instead of saying, I'm going to miss this, I'm going to miss that, I'm going to miss this, try to concentrate on that. When people leave you, it's better for you. Now you can move on, do other things. That's like my boyfriend. Say if I wanted to go to Paris, well, him being here in Puerto Rico is restraining me here in Puerto Rico to stay here because I want to be with him. If I don't have that dependency on people, or if I'm not so controlling over having the people I love close to me, there's so much world out there to experience. If someone leaves you, it's another bag off your shoulder. Someone leaves you and then you carry less people. You can move on with your life. Your life is short. This is just the beginning. My life is short. This is just the beginning. I'm 18 and I'm over here thinking that I want this person for the rest of my life, or this is the person I want to marry for the rest of my life. It's impossible to know that. I am just starting life. I just turned 18. This is the point where everything changes. You're going to become a different person. I need to learn that life is short and that my life is just beginning. That was contradictory. But yeah, I get it. You get it. I need to learn to stand tall. And my greatest inspiration is Beyonce herself. She's super confident and she makes me feel confident. And I don't want to say that I depend on Beyonce, but I've just been inspired by her. And I depend on myself to actually be confident and stand tall and love who I am. And that's something very important that I think a lot of girls need to learn. So yeah, believe in yourself. I love you. I mean, don't depend on it. Don't depend on me saying that I love you. Find your inner love. Love yourself. And you can get through this. You don't need anyone. Don't depend on anyone. And remember, the people that left your life is the greatest thing that's happened to you. And if you look at it that way, you'll be able to persevere in life, and you'll be able to go farther than you initially thought you would actually go. So I guess that's how I'm going to conclude this video. I didn't do an introduction. Wow, that's so dumb. But bye. When you live in Puerto Rico and there's bugs everywhere and there's a spider right now on the wall, but you kill it with your chancleta. Lord.